spiritual fact. Is that clear? The third platform by which God deals with his people is on the basis of covenant. 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 But I don't want to go into covenant because I will do those three things: fact, promise, fact, and covenant. I will do it in a 3-day conference in a very robust manner, so that even if we have a baby of 12 in the room, that baby will be able to understand how to deal with God thereafter. You sustain your fasting and prayer until you enter into the economy of either promise, fact, or covenant. That's right. But I'm concerned about promise, because promise has a strange nature. A promise is of two types when dealing with God. One, the first type of promise is what we call the unconditional promise. The type that God gave to Jacob when he encountered him in the book of Genesis chapter 28. It was an unconditional promise. In this unconditional promise arrangement, Jacob was not supposed to bring anything to the table. God was going to do everything by himself and with his integrity. If you are still with me, say amen. 90% of the promises that God gives are all conditional. Only 10% of promises. Are you there? And most of the times, the reason why God gives those 10% of unconditional promises is because you have already fulfilled the condition. So yeah, that's why there's no condition left. You've already fulfilled the condition. So he comes and says, yes, I will do this. And he doesn't attach any condition to his commitment.